Hi, my friends. This is Dusan for ICO TV, and my friends today is Alek from the project called W12. Hi, Alek.
Hi, Dusan.
Yeah, how are you doing? I see you're inside in Moscow today.
Yeah, so Moscow now quite good. So I just arrived from Amsterdam. I was in a crypto economy conference there, and so before was Malta. So I really love Moscow right now. So I can spend a lot of time here. So I spent only, I think, 2-3 weeks from the beginning of the year, right, in Moscow. And right now we have Mundial, so we have like a World Cup championship.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm trying to spend some days, like to catch some
with your friends. You have a lot of football fans around in Moscow these days, right?
Oh, a lot of. So yesterday was Brazil and Belgium. So Brazil lost, and but a lot of fans from Latin America, from Mexico, from Brazil.
Cool. So you have a lot of people drinking beer on the streets. The bars are full, right?
So streets are really international, like hundreds of thousands of people came, maybe millions of people came. So in Moscow and other cities, and so it's very positive atmosphere. So it's a quite unique event. So it's first time when it's in Russia. So I think for others, so it's really positive, and a lot of it's the quality of people. It's also quite good because it's quite expensive to arrive in Moscow, and so the people who are from Latin America and others, they are quite wealthy guys who are here, and so they a lot of intelligent people, quite good. So and very positive atmosphere.
Yeah, interesting remark. Yeah. Cool, Alek. Okay, so we are here today. We're going to discuss about your project. You're the co-founder of the project called W12. And in 2 sentences, your project is smart contract plus token sale platform and the blockchain protocol. That's what you're claiming. And the objective or the goal of your platform is that you would like to protect investors from losing money when they invest in the ICOs. So can you explain me how are you going to achieve this goal?
So the thing is that we built protocol with proof of authority consensus for creation and execution new generation of smart contracts. So this is like a smart contract. For example, we can create smart contracts that raise funds to any projects, for example, ICO, only when they meet their milestones. And it is only one side. So this is the other side that we can integrate this smart contracts to the real business, the real world, not only the ICO market. That will be the next step. But according to this one, so we create the protocol where you can program any scenarios. So when the project raise money for developing the project issue white paper and website. Okay, guys, so I want your crypto. I want to develop a really beautiful and disruptive technology, and so we will earn a lot of money together. And investor right now can only see, and they just need to trust this project, to trust this team. That just send the ether, and that's it. So maybe team will execute, maybe not. Nobody knows. And right now there is no infrastructure to sign any real smart contracts with all of these scenarios that it works. Maybe token buyers, they really want to sign anything, any papers, or not the papers, because we're in digital world right now. We're in crypto. We want to sign a smart contract, but no infrastructure. So the standard smart contract from Ethereum, it's just a simple thing. So it just send the token and receive a token back. That's it. And we creating the infrastructure for this business. So for real businesses, with our smart contracts, you don't need to trust the second party. You don't need to trust the project. When you send your crypto, you are sure that the project will execute. If the project will not execute, you can receive a refund and small amount of funds.
Okay, we will come to this a little bit later. You are saying we created an infrastructure equals blockchain protocol. So you created your own blockchain, or you're using another blockchain?
Right now, we built a protocol and open source framework on top of Ethereum blockchain. So this is like a release 1.8, and so we use the Ethereum blockchain. But then the next step, we are going when we will integrate it in real businesses. So it will be next year, not earlier. We will create our own based on Ethereum, because so only for one reason, because we want to control all parts of the solutions. We don't want to, if we will integrate it in real businesses, we don't want to use the solution of any third party. So that's the only reason this way.
So you are going to create. You are going to.
It works in solutions. So it's like a framework built and protocol built on top of Ethereum blockchain.
Okay, on top. And in the future, I didn't get you. You will build your own blockchain.
On blockchain, all blockchains. So based on Ethereum for integration in real businesses. Yes, it will be like this.
Okay, and then I'd like to come back a little bit, or to make a step further. So that's your protocol or infrastructure, as you call it, and it can be used as well as for the ICO projects or with any other business activity that can be in advanced planned. Can be in a way written in a smart contract, so the funds that investor or the buyer or the one who is providing whatever funds, and when the needs are met.
Any scenario, just imagine that you need to send any goods from one country to another. You need to trust your counterparty, or you need to trust the law of the country. You don't really know how it will work. So we have a lot of institutions, a lot of state institutions that you need to trust. We create the system when you, for example, you send the goods, and the decentralized Oracle network will confirm that it's shipped, and then the funds will be transferred in crypto. You don't need to do open bank accounts. You don't need to create a lot of papers. Nothing. Just so the system, this decentralized system where you don't need to trust anybody. You can trust the code. That's what we are doing.
In the first stage, you are going to do this protocol for the ICO market. Okay.
Yeah.
So I already
problems in ICO market that right now exists. So that's a quite good market for us to for the first step.
For the first step. Okay. So before I already had a discussion with the projects or ideas or initiatives. This kind of I would call it kind of also escrow, and the concern was when you try to automatically or put into the smart contract certain future events, and then for certain objective reasons the criteria is not met. But when this is in the smart contract, the smart contract is stopping the release of the funds, and the project can die. While when you're doing this, a man is doing this, he can always, take into the consideration different circumstances and can decide differently. How are you going to solve this challenge?
So the system is quite flexible, and if something changed, you can create a new roadmap and new milestones and set it for voting. If the community will accept it, you will have the new roadmap.
And who is the community in this case?
It depends of the type of the fund. So right now we have three types of the funds. There's the first type of the funds, each can buy votes independently, and the second is the decentralized Oracle network, and the last one is a really community-based, like you need to score 51 and more %. If it will be token holders, so the token holders will vote.
And tell me, you said that in the first stage you're doing this for the ICO projects, and now my question is, how far is your development of the infrastructure?
So the MVP is ready. So we have a marketplace, we have a blockchain part, and so now we carefully choose projects for the first token sales, and we are going to launch first token sales in August. So in the middle of August, maybe in the end of August, we will do the first token sales.
So the MVP for the ICO part is already out.
Yeah, it's ready. Yeah, it's ready. We're right now. We're testing it, and now we already communicate with projects and carefully choosing them. So they're like they pass scoring.
And when are you going to add additional options, like you said, for for as a marketplace for this smart contract and token sale for other let's say activities?
So for you mean as a business, it's not only
Yes,
ICOs.
yes.
I think it will be next year. So till the end of this year, we will launch token sales for ICOs, and then we begin to integrate it in other type of the businesses. For example, it will be quite good in charity, because in charity, what's the main problem right now? No transparency. So people want to donate more and contribute more because if we will see transparency in charity, and our solution is quite good for this one, so we can use our smart contracts, and everybody will understand how the funds are spending and what they're really creating.
Oleg, and tell me, in reality, yes, I read somewhere in your materials that 96% of the projects ICOs fail in one or the other way. And in reality, using your kind of platform to protect the funds or the investments for the investors, how much in reality you really think your platform can save the money or protect the investors by the end of the day?
So the thing is, so just the statistic that exists right now, only 3.8% of the projects are successfully traded. So Bitcoin, according to research published on Bitcoin.com, and there are some other research, so the same numbers, around 80% of the ICOs are scams. No, it's not only like this, just and if why it happens, because of the system. So people, when ICO raise money, they have no obligations to execute, and we create the contract, so you can sign the contract with the project. If you send them Ether, they will execute via roadmap and milestones. And so you see, if you will not lose money in all of these projects, you can every time if the project fail, you can save some amount and reinvest to a new project. It can increase the returns significantly. So we have even model that it returns up to 87 times. So it's a mathematical model. If you will save every time money and reinvest, we don't know really how it will work in the reality. But the truth is that this model is really much more profitable than existing one, because it's just you have contracts, you have guarantees. Right now you don't have anything. You need to trust. That's it.
And what is your economic model for the platform? Where do the platform get the income from?
So we have three major sources of income. The first one is commission on fresh funds. The second is paying stable services like in marketplace, and the last one is it's the payment for integration of smart contracts in real business and real economy.
Okay, Oleg, tell me. So you said that actually MVP is out. You have the sale in August, so the platform will start to work actively maybe from September on. How many projects, ICOs, given that you said that the marketplace options will be available only next year, do you have a plan?
Yeah, so we will start from 10, 20 projects, but we can have a lot because our system is flexible and we can allocate any amount of tokens. We don't need 100%. We can sell 1, 2, 5, 10%, and then can send us more tokens and we can sell it. So it's much better than DAICO, because DAICO are not working. Not many projects right now will be happy to use 100% of the tokens according to this model, because they still can raise like money without any obligations. But the thing is, so for ICO, it can be additional source of funds. They can launch traditional ICO and raise money from private and crowd and use our channel for additional source of fund, because they can allocate for them, doesn't matter how many tokens they will have, 100 million or 100 million and 10 or 20. So they can sell with us additional tokens, and that's how it will work.
Okay, and if I as an investor would like to invest in the project A, which is launched on your platform, which token will I buy? I will buy W12 token.
No, you will purchase directly your project token, but and you send your crypto and you will receive this token. But actually, it will be not original one. It will be the token, like for example ABCW. So it's a token that's backed by funds of token buyer, like a secured token.
Okay.
And when you receive this token, you have two options. So according to our algorithm, so you can, the first option, you can anytime you can send this token to our 12 token changer and receive original ICO project token and send it in exchange. And then you will be happy how it's going. And the second option you will have, you can send this token to smart contract and receive unspent amount of funds if the project doesn't deliver.
Okay, cool, great. You told me that you are actually out with MVP. What about your team? How many members are on the board, given that you are already quite far with the development? When did you start the development and how many people work on it?
We started in October, so we are already developing around 8 months, I think. So it's quite a long road, and so we understand that with our solution it will be a really long way. So we will be in the market 5, maybe 10 years, maybe more, because we need to integrate the solution. And right now we already have 15 people in the team. We have around 86 IT developers, and this is quite good guys. They have 10 plus years in IT development and 3-4 years in blockchain development. So real good coders, and also we have a really international team. Some part of our team are like in Singapore. So these guys from venture capital markets. So we like serial entrepreneurs. We have businesses in the past, like also building IT marketplaces, and so we have a really good board. So it's guys from Goldman Sachs.
Tell me now about your ICO and well, when are the timings and what is your hard cap, soft cap?
So our hard cap is 30,000 of Ether. We right now on the pre-sale stage, and 30,000 Ether according to current rate is around 12-13 million of dollars. So it's quite a good hard cap. So a lot of potential still here. And we have no soft cap because we already have a product. We developed it in 8 months. So it's different people team. We have initial funds for developing. So you don't need money to develop. So the first.
And what then you need the money for?
Yeah, so we need money for promoting our platform and integrating, so to reach customers.
How are you going
the
to
more
reach
customers
them?
we will.
And how are you going to reach them?
So 2 ways. So the first one is marketing, online marketing strategy, and the second we will organize also our own meetups, conferences, because we will reach investors and projects. So all parties. So the match strategy, and we already have experience. We have guys and team who are capable to organize this events like that. The same like LA Token events. So they are doing the same thing right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
The more we will attract customers, the more it will be capitalization for our own token. It's
Sure. Okay, Alek, thanks a lot.
Our major goal is to grow in capitalization.
Yeah, sure. Well, I wish you good luck with the project, and well, the most important thing, of course, with your project is that you will really bring what your goal is or what you're claiming, that the amount of the scams will not be as high as now, which is really high, or let's say not successful project, that your project will help that there will be more out there, more successful projects and better invested money from the investors. So I wish you good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Bye, Alek.
Bye.